How's it going, everybody? I'm Dr. John Clayton here at Supra Chiropractic, and in today's video we're going to be going over the question of, can you adjust someone that has a fusion in the front of their spine and in the back of their spine, and it's in the same area. So we have a patient who is having some severe shoulder pain, and it's radiating from a fusion where they had it locked in the front, locked in the back, C3, 4, and 5. And we've got to go in and fix that. So we're going to show you how we do that, how we relieve that pain that they're having in their shoulder. They're getting these knots that just build up right there. And a lot of people will ask and say, can you be adjusted and worked on with fusions? And a lot of people don't see chiropractors because of this reason, whether it's in their neck, their lower back, or anywhere in their body. They've had a surgery and they don't feel like they can be adjusted or worked on or relieved from their pain. And so we're going to go over that with you. And at the very end of the video, I'll address why we did it, what we did, explain more in detail, and we'll go to that point and I'll catch you guys at the end. So I'm just going to feel through here. And then, how big is your scar from that disc replacement?
On the front?
They went through the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was keeping a lot of CBD healing gel on it too.
Okay, good. So we're going to go through ribs first.
Okay.
Take a deep breath in, all the way out. Deep breath in here, 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 all the way out. Yeah, so when you talk about the traps right through here, I can see how you're saying they feel tight. But to a degree, they actually have a loss of the muscular
Muscle.
strength in them too.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's probably a referral from the neck in a way.
Okay.
But because it's like I can feel the knot you're talking about, but at the same time, I don't feel where above and closer to the neck that there is like enough tightness to create that knot there. Right?
Okay.
So, but in the end, I mean, we're still going to go through and hit everything, but also give you more information as to, hey, is this truly coming from the neck, or is it just some random thing in the middle of the trap that just won't want to break up?
Okay.
So then force it to break up. So deep breath in here, all the way out. Nice. Deep breath in here, all the way out. 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 And then one of the areas as I go up through the spine here is we're going to set that first rib up in here, so right there.
Okay.
Feel that? And that should help loosen up everything too, or give you some more relief too.
Okay.
So we're going to stay away from that disc replacement down here. We're going to go kind of at the L1 area here. It's going to be a little bit tender, okay? Deep breath in, all the way out. Let it relax. Deep breath in here, all the way out. 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 Okay. So then when I go through this area here, I'm going to have to flex your neck a little bit. So it'll be a little bit restricted because of the fusion.
Okay.
But we'll do the best we can. Deep breath in, all the way out. Let it relax. Deep breath in here, all the way out.
That popped right when you grabbed it.
Yep.
I felt it.
So when you put it in the right position, right?
Yep.
Okay. So then I feel here, there's that first rib here, and then first rib here. Okay?
Okay.
This one's way higher on that left side.
Yeah, I can tell.
So when we set this here, Try not to pull your beard too much.
Okay.
Deep breath in, all the way out. Let it relax there. Let it go, let it go. You feel that one go? Mm-hmm. Let's do the big one. Deep breath in, all the way out. Let it go, let it go. Okay. And then hooking into the first rib. So if I push right here into the neck, that's your scalene muscles.
Okay.
And so these radiate up into the neck or connect into the neck as well. And so a lot of people, they don't realize that if they have a first rib problem, it's also from a tight set of muscles that hook into it from the neck. Okay? Do you feel those radiate when I push on them? Okay. So that, but then your SCM will be in front of those over here.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll go through all those in just a sec too on you. Okay. Then I'm going to set that first rib one more time here. Deep breath in. All the way out. I'm going to lift up here. Let it relax there. Okay. And then a fun little trick too. Instead of using a massage gun, go to your local hardware store and grab one of these 3-inch clamps.
Okay.
Okay. So as long as you can open it, what you're going to do, try and do it over fabric so it doesn't hurt the skin.
Okay.
Hold that on the knot. And then just, I have to push it against you this way so it doesn't slip off.
Okay.
Probably a little bit more effective than the massage gun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and basically it won't give up on you or have battery run out on you like a massage gun. So.
So some trapezius exercise would be help to strengthen that back up then?
Yes, you would want to, as long as it is not
in pain.
correct. So,
Okay.
But a good exercise you can do to kind of like naturally strengthen your traps would be like a farmer's carry. However, if you have weakness in your left hand and grip strength issues, you can't really do that, right? So do the best you can. But I'd say try to avoid like major shrugging motions because you're just going to tighten back up your neck and aggravate this. So it'd be like more so just holding something next to your sides that's, 25 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever is safe and comfortable for you at this point. But with surgeries, recent surgeries, you may want to start lighter and work your way up. Okay.
I've been using one of those figure 8 posture belts too on my shoulders.
Okay. Yeah, those are good as long as your neck position is held good.
In a neutral.
Yeah, but if your head is still pushing really far forward while wearing that brace, then we don't want to wear it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he said to wear it only short amounts of time too.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to just bother you.
Okay.
So, the table's going to pop down like that.
Okay.
Okay. You can use this to set the hips, but not the, but not your area where you have the disc replacement. Okay. We're going to go here. We're going to push here and here. Let it relax. Okay, just get a little bit of movement here, but nothing crazy, okay? Then I'm going to have you lay on your back for me. Okay. And I won't pull super hard on the hips.
Okay.
I just want to keep that area of the L5S1 nice and strong.
Oh, that felt good.
Yeah, that's about as much tension as I want to put into the hips as much as possible.
Okay.
So let's check that arm here. Okay, so they looped that underneath there. Yeah, so you'll have a little bit of scar tissue that's going around where the bone is there. Oh, and I can see where they wrapped that in the collagen there. Okay. Yeah, so as that potentially depletes, you may notice the irritation again.
Okay.
So And then in that case, with the depletion of the collagen in there, and then the scar tissue that's built up in there, if it ever gets to the point where it's painful again, then I can go in and needle and break all that up.
Okay.
And then as far as the joint itself, it feels really good there, right? Like, a lot of times I feel like it sticks out really far. Yours does not feel that way, so I don't need to adjust it from here, but I will adjust it here. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna hold that radius bone here, and we're gonna set it into your side here. Okay, and we're gonna work down, break up any scar tissue. Okay, then wrist. Not too bad. Okay, got some movement there.
Felt that.
Fingers. Okay. This side we'll send it a little bit more.
Okay.
Let this relax here. There it goes.
That felt good.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so then how do we adjust neck with a fusion? So here, we're going to stay above that fusion area, and we'll be below it too. Okay, but in the end, adjusting a fusion, you just treat one bone as two, the ones that are all stuck together. So we're going to do C2. Relax there, let it go. Okay. And then because we've got so much restriction of movement, we're going to get a little bit deeper there. And here, this, just like that. There's the gentle traction on here, but just no fast jerky moves. Okay, so for SCM, blood blast, so how do we identify the SCM? Oh, sorry. Is if you turn your head away from the area, okay, if I put my hand right here on your head, lift your head up against my hand. Okay, there's your SCM. I can grab it, let your head down. Okay, and then I can work it like this. So there's an easy at-home method. So I'm just kind of rubbing behind it like that. Okay, you can do in front of it like that as well, but if that irritates your throat, then just stick to the area behind, okay? Okay. All right. So then we're going to go through the traps area. We're having a lot of tightness. So we're going to take our 60 millimeter needles so we can get deep enough through the musculature. So when I identify where the knot is, so right through here, I'm going to make sure we're going right through. So we're going to pull, trap, we're going to lift it up like this, come at it from an angle here, and go right through it there. Perfect. Then we're going to go just to the side of that one there, a little bit further out because we're having the connection going down the arm. So we're going to go there. Work just right down to there. And then we want to go up to the skull area here. So because the traps are trapezius muscle hook in at the base of the occiput through here, That's why a lot of people that have shoulder pain and tension through here will get that radiating pain that goes up and then hooks into right here. So we're gonna go right here to the base of the skull. As long as we're within this edge right here, we're gonna go right here underneath, there, and go pretty deep into there where there's the occipital connection. Did you feel that one hit your bone?
Mm-mm.
No? Really?
No.
So one way to help people, so if I go here, I can tap the bone. Do you feel that now?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No.
Still not?
Mm-mm.
I'm tapping your skull.
Wow.
You don't feel that? You don't
Yeah,
feel
now I can feel it.
it? Okay. It's going to be a little bit sore there, but
Okay.
in the end, I'm not going to put electricity through there because it's too intense.
Okay.
I found that it tends to cause headaches.
Okay.
So then what we're going to do here is, because of that connection that you're having through your arm right through here, we want to hit where that nerve comes through here. So basically kind of that subscapular line coming around from the shoulder, kind of branches off and then turns right around here. So we're not going to go right into where the nerve is. We're just going to go to the side of it.
Okay.
We're going to be doing the teres minor area. And this is one of the muscles of the rotator cuff. Okay, we'll go a little bit through your lat as well. Okay, and we're going to draw a connection between that and then just down. As this nerve branches off, we've got this area here, which is going to be kind of where they call it the musculocutaneous nerve is. And so I'll position here so you can see where we're going through here. So we've got that deltoid muscle here, and we're going to go just to where that insertion is, not to where the tricep is, but right where the deltoid insertion is here. Go all the way in, and then all the way from this angle here till we hit the bone. You feel the bone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're gonna hook these up with electricity and see what it looks like. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed that video. So as I showed with this patient, we still adjusted the neck. We still went through and did everything we could typically do on most people. We had that issue on the elbow where they said, hey, there's some scar tissue. You could probably see that scar line on the patient. And so everything felt pretty good there, but because there's some recent surgery there, they injected some collagen around the nerve to protect it. It wasn't necessarily something we needed to do at this moment. And so you saw some of the things that we did to kind of hesitate in some of the areas. One of the things the patient recently did as well is they had a disc replacement, which is not the same as a disc fusion or like a disc herniation that's been having the bones fused in there. A lot of people will get that option or told that's the only option for them. And so I was surprised when this patient said I had a disc replacement in my lower back, because most doctors at his age would have just said, hey, it's most likely a fusion. But I always tell people, if you're in a younger age group or you qualify within a surgeon's standards or a neurosurgeon's standards to get a disc replacement versus a fusion, that's always a great idea. And one of the things this patient expressed to me was that they can bend down and touch their toes. They can lean back very far, and they wouldn't want to give that up. And you would lose quite a bit of that had you done a fusion or had this patient done a fusion in their case. And so that's one thing to consider, is that a healthy spine is a movable spine. And so yes, it's not healthy to fuse a spine. However, under the circumstances of pain, it is one of those areas where I say, if you're better off getting a fusion or going to that level of surgery, then please do. And I've sent multiple people out for fusions, and I recommend it to certain patients based on their specific case. And so just like you saw in this patient, we went through, we dry needled the shoulder, and this patient has had dry needling before. And that's a very common thing I see with patients, is that they'll say, I've tried dry needling before, I've tried this before, I've had a chiropractic adjustment before. And it's like, okay, great. Let's show you something different. Let's show you a different approach that I guarantee no one else took. And let's go in deeper. And that's truly where I feel like I hold that specialist name within chiropractic, where it's like you're going to get more answers, you're going to get more stuff looked at, and we're going to get to the bottom of the problem, even if it's not chiropractic or chiropractic related. And that's what I want to do for patients. And like you saw in this video, we went through and dry needled these areas for the patient, and their feeling when I went through and did that, you could hear them explain, is that they didn't feel the needles. Like even when I went down into their spine, when I went through the muscle, they couldn't feel it. And what that comes down to, honestly, is technique of how you're doing it and performing the dry needling, but also how you learned it in the first place. And a lot of people will say, I've had it done and it was very painful, it was very this and that, I had a bad response from it, it was very sore, it was worse than when it started. That is not the case with the technique that I use. And so most people, it's very comfortable. It's actually less painful than me digging in and ripping into them with my elbows, or trying to do deep kind of tissue pressure with them without a muscle group. They'd rather do the dry needling at this point because of how successful that's been. And so the goal of this is that we want to open people's eyes to what is out there and what can be done for your pain. And so if you're someone that has had a fusion or a major surgery where you've kind of been told or indicated you're not going to be a good chiropractic patient, well, that's where someone like me, who's a specialist, would come in and say, let me look at the surgeon's notes, let me look at this, that, and whatever information we have, even an MRI or X-ray post-surgery, let's look at that and see, and I'll tell you, in my opinion, what I can do for you. And I've seen that with a lot of people, and I've reviewed a lot of MRIs and X-rays with patients and CT scans, I mean, you name it, and we give them my opinion based on what we see and what is done, right? So in the end, when it comes to these issues, we want to make sure that we're addressing them the way that the patient needs. We're listening to the patient. We are also taking into account, you know, what has happened throughout their life. And that's one of the biggest things is I like people to explain is everything that's gone on. And even just in the last 2 years, I believe, since I've seen this patient, so much has happened to the point of I need to look at this from a different perspective rather than the one that I had potentially 2 years ago when I saw this patient. And so that's the cool part about doing what I do, is that we get to spend that time with the patients, we get to help them, we get to listen to them and truly give them what they need. And so if you have any questions, because I'm sure there's plenty, and a lot of my patients have questions when I see them, but for the audience and those who are viewing this on YouTube, if you do have questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you are in the Utah area, feel free to get a hold of me. Feel free to schedule an appointment to come into my office and to meet with me, to get adjusted, to see what difference I offer compared to other chiropractors. And it should be pretty clear, but at the same time, some people just have to try things for themselves. So in the end, I love what I do. I love helping people. I love giving people the answers that they need, but also the pain relief that they need. And so if this is something that you need, feel free to come in and see me, and be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. I enjoy the feedback and from all those people that are watching these videos and like to learn from them. Yes, they're not some fancy video where you're, you know, getting the you know, cute girls and the crazy stuff like that. It's like we're here to educate and to teach and to show what's different, but mainly just we want to drive into people that this is something different than what you're typically used to seeing at a chiropractic office or see when hearing about a chiropractor. So I'm going to leave you now, like how I always leave you in these videos. We're at Supra Chiropractic. We've got your back and everything else, and we'll see you in the next video.